Solving equations, lesson C notes, example number 2. We're going to solve these equations. And these are very similar to example number 1. Again, we're using the inverse operation to isolate the variable. So the inverse of negative 3 would be a positive 3. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So I cancel out, oops, wrong side, cancel out my 3's, bring down my variable, keep my equal signs lined up, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So the solution to this equation is x equals 5. Solution is 5. If we wanted to check this, I simply would put the 5 in for the x. 5 minus 3 is 2. Always plug it back into the equation to double check your answers. No reason to miss any of these. For b, I want to isolate the a. To isolate the a, I need to get rid of this negative 8. And the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides of the equation. So that allows me to cancel the 8's. Bring down my equal sign. The variable starts on the right. It's going to stay on the right. And negative 12 plus 8, the signs are different. Subtract to keep the sign of the larger number. So the solution to this problem is negative 4. Negative 4 equals a. You could read that as a equals negative 4. It doesn't matter that the variable is on the right. The solution is negative 4. So negative 4 equals a or a equals negative 4. Either is fine. For c, to isolate the m, I need to get rid of the negative 3.2. The opposite of minus 3.2 would be to add 3.2. Or the opposite of negative would be positive. Same thing. So I add 3.2 to both sides of the equation. Cancel the 3.2's. Bring down my variable. My equal signs lined up. 5.6 plus 3.2 is 8.8. So the solution is 8.8. M equals 8.8. Go ahead, pause your video, complete D through F. Pause your video and do D through F on your own. All right, D. To isolate the W, I need to get rid of the negative 3/4. The opposite of negative 3/4 is positive 3/4. So I add 3/4 to both sides. That allows me to cancel the 3/4 here. Bring down my variable, bring down my equal sign. Wow, when you take a look at this, again, I have opposites. I have a negative 3/4 and a positive 3/4. They would cancel out, so that means W equals 0. When your opposites cancel, so it would be 0. For E, I want to isolate the N by getting rid of the negative 25. The opposite of negative 25 is positive 25. So I'm going to add 25 to both sides of the equation. The 25's will cancel. I've got bring down my equal sign, bring down my variable. Again, the variable starts on the right, it stays on the right. I've got negative 53 and positive 25. Those signs are different, so I'm going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number, meaning my answer is negative 28. So the solution to this problem is negative 28. And F, I want to isolate the N by getting rid of the negative 3. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Cancel my 3's. Bring the equal sign down. The variable starts on the right, it stays on the right. And negative 8 plus 3. Subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. So the answer to F is negative 5. The solution is negative 5. All right, so that is all for example 2. If you have any questions, please let me know. If I'm ever moving too fast, just pause your video to get everything written down. If you have any questions, let me know.